Today we have a date. His name is... she's so cute! Like Jackson. Fictional books, you are making me fall in love with blonde men, one book at a time. Hi everyone! So today is going to be a very special day. You might be wondering why I have like a full face of makeup, why I'm wearing like a pretty dress, and I'm kind of like dressed up more than normal. Well, it's because today we have a date. I feel like some of you guys might know him. His name is... What's his name again? Wait. Jackson Clark. But yes, for real this time, we're having a solo date, and my book of choice for today's solo date is And Now Back to You by B.K. Borison. Oh my gosh, you guys, I am so excited for this book. This has been on my TBR for forever. I read already First Time Caller, and I was so charmed by that book, and I loved that book so much. And I really liked Jackson's character in that book too. I found him so funny. So we're going to be reading his book right now with Delilah Stewart, and I'm so excited. So let's go find a place where we're gonna have our little solo date, and let's start reading. So right now we are here at Coffee Bean, and this is gonna be the first thing I read, which is like the menu. So yeah, let's figure out what I want, because I don't normally eat here. I normally get a drink for takeout. So, but for today's solo date, we're trying to find a place where we can just like sit down and just read. So yeah, let's figure out what I'm going to eat first. May I please order the classic French toast with strawberries? And then can I also please have an iced vanilla latte regular, please? Thank you. Thank you. Guys, like, look how gorgeous this book is. Like, I love the cover so much. I am one of those readers where the cover does kind of affect, like, I know this is so bad. This is my toxic trait as a reader, where the cover does low-key affect whether I read the book or not. And if I do not like the cover, I will most likely get it as an ebook on my Kindle. So yeah, that's why I got it as the physical copy, because I love the cover so much. So yeah, let's start reading. You guys, my coffee is here, and it is just filled to the brim. I'm so happy about this because I ran out of coffee earlier, and I don't know what to do if I don't have coffee. I have gone to the point of my life where I need at least 2 cups of coffee every single day, and that is not healthy. And I'm going to fix that one of these days. Not today, but one of these days. And I'm just so happy because like, look how much this is. It's beautiful. Anyways, we're going to be drinking this. I love Jackson so far right now because I remember vividly that there was a line in First Time Caller where he was like, I lied about the weather, and I loved him there so much. It was like love at first line. But yeah, I am going to be drinking coffee and reading more of my book while I wait for my French toast. Wait, we should taste test it together. It's been a while since I've had the vanilla latte here. That tastes just like college. This reminds me of the time when I had like literally 0 sleep and I was just hyped up on coffee for exam season. Wow. So you guys, the food is here. Let me show you what I got. As you can see, this is like my small attempt of being aesthetic right now. But here we have our French toast with strawberries, my coffee, of course, my book, and my journal. Oh my gosh, this is like a dream date right now. So yeah, I'm so happy about this solo date because it has like everything I want. So yeah, I'll just go eat the food, take more pictures and more content, and then we're gonna continue reading. I have like 2 pieces of the French toast left, but I got so full so quickly. So I think I'm just gonna take that for to go. However, since we're here, let's just read more of this book because you guys, I love how, I don't want to say he's pessimistic, but he's kind of like in the grumpy area. And from how he is describing Delilah, because we haven't seen Delilah yet, Delilah is kind of like more of the sunshine character. So I am so excited to read more about them because they kind of seem like opposites attract right now. And I don't know why, but I remember Jackson from First Time Caller to be a bit more, or maybe no, I think it's the reason why I find him to be funny before was because he was sarcastic and snarky. So I think that is where I thought that he wouldn't be as grumpy. But right now, I think that because it is in his perspective, we are seeing a different aspect of him and the more serious side too. So I find this so interesting. So I am like 40 pages into the book and I finished as much of the food as I could. So right now, let's go pay for the food first, and then we're gonna go do some errands real quickly because that's always part of my solo dates, because I find it so productive whenever I, number one, treat myself out, read a good book, and then also do some errands too. So let's go do that. Okay, you guys, so right now we are heading to do some errands. So here we have our grocery cart. Now we actually do the errand part of the solo date, and I will be getting things mostly for dinner because I already had my brunch, so I really need to get stuff for dinner right now. Grocery cart complete. Admittedly, something I really love about the book that I've been reading about so far is how it's using perspective and perception so well. Because, for example, we think that Delilah is this super happy person. However, when you read more about it, from her own perspective, you realize that she's not really as goofy or as intentionally goofy as Jackson thinks that she is. So I just love that so much, and I'm so excited to read more and learn more about each individual character because I feel like their perception of one another is just not entirely true. So yeah, as you guys can see, solo living realness right now. I am just here carrying all of my groceries on my own because I'm a strong, independent woman. You guys, I lost my bookmark. Because, okay, you see, this is why I don't like bookmarking things. Because look, I don't know what page I'm on. I know I'm on the page like 40s or something like that. But I don't know if I'm on page 42 or 43. I think I'm on page 43. We'll figure it out together. And that is why I like the dog-earing pages. It just never fails me. But you know what? We're gonna just continue on reading because I just love Jackson and Delilah so much. I think their banter and I think their ongoing low-key rivalry is just so cute right now. So we'll just figure it out as we read along. I think I remember. I think I'm on page 42 or 43. Let's hope I'm right. I remember I'm on page 42, and the reason why I remember that is because I stopped directly on a chapter. You know what? This is why I love stopping right where chapters are, because I just remember it so much easier. And if I accidentally read another page, it looks like I just have to read another chapter. So yeah, now we're going to be continue on reading, and I am on page 42. So right now I think I'm on a pretty good pace. I am not really reading as fast as I normally do, but I think it's because I'm just trying to savor this so much, because I think that this type of book is not really a book where you can just fly through. I think this book is more of like the one that you just enjoy and you immerse yourself in the plot, in the storyline, in the characters. I really enjoy reads like this so much. You guys, I love how we see Aiden a lot in this book so far because they're just so funny, Aiden and Jackson. Like, here's a line. But now that he and Lucy have been together for a while, his attitude has officially lost its shine. Now he's in tune with his feelings. It's the worst. Oh, it's like the Grinch, but like Valentine's or love version. Oh my gosh, you guys, not even a page after, they have such funny banter, both Aiden and Jackson. And I know they're supposed to be friends, but what I love about B.K. Borison's writing is that every single character has chemistry with one another. Like, you guys, you're both massive nerds. You've been watching her reports? Why did you say that like I'm cheating on you? Between Jackson and Aiden, that is so funny. The bromance is insane. And then here's Jackson saying, because you should come to me for your weather reports, not Delilah. Oh my gosh, you guys, like, I just find B.K. Borison's writing so good. I love the chemistry so much. Like, every single character has chemistry with one another. Like, that's amazing. And I just think that B.K. Borison's writing really does highlight that chemistry with every single character. So yeah. Okay, you guys, so we are in solo date spot number 2. Right now we are in the lobby of a hotel, and you might be wondering, why am I over here in this little corner? Well, because they're fully booked. And you guys know how I wake up super duper late? Yeah, well, you see, because I woke up super duper late, they're kind of fully booked, and that's fine. It's good? Okay, thank you. You guys are kind of like magic. The way that I was literally just filming and the table was available already, like you guys are just like magic. So thank you guys for helping me get a table. So before we start reading, let's order some drinks, maybe even a snack, because we're gonna be here for a little while. Okay, I know I'm gonna get coffee for sure because I have not had coffee yet today. And who am I if I don't have coffee? However, I don't know what type of food to get because I am on a budget. Or what if I just keep ordering coffee again and again and again? So I could stay here longer. Like, what if I do that? I think that would be the plan. Everything is so expensive. I only brought like 1K with me. And you know what? That's on me. Guys, I also want to show you. You see how many tabs and like color coordinated they are? Like, this is how much I love the book. You guys, I really like how the characters and their relationship is really unfolding because it's not insta-lovey. Like, for example, you can really see that there is a dislike, especially because of their principles or their practices. There is a disconnect. There are things that are a lot different between the two. It's very opposites attract. So I really like that. You can see that there's that tension there because of their differences. However, they're still very much interested in each other. Like, I am obsessed with books like that, especially when the girl, oh my gosh, can I just say I love Delilah here so much. I find her personality so engaging. I find her quirks to be so charming and so endearing too. I really like how she is so unapologetically herself too. I love that so much, especially as someone who is also really clumsy. I love her character so much. So yes, we're going to continue reading this while I wait for my food because I did not just get coffee. I am so proud of myself because I felt bad. Like, imagine if I just kept ordering coffee again and again and again. So I also got like a little dish on the side too. I'll show you guys that later. But yes, while we wait, let's read. Oh my gosh, you guys. You know what I forgot at home? I forgot my little bookmark tabs. You see, if I just dog-eared pages, this would never happen. Because dog-earing pages are that consistent. Because I have a cute part right here that I want to bookmark. But I can't. You guys, our coffee just arrived. And guess what? The main characters kissed. Oh my gosh. The kiss was kind of low-key anticlimactic, but I still loved it because it was kind of like in a way where he was spiraling. So to distract him, she just kissed him. Honestly, I expected more, but that's fine. Ooh, also, I'm gonna show you guys the coffee. I'm so excited. I think I'm gonna be doing a little TikTok video with that, like a whole challenge, especially because I drink so much coffee. I wanna see how many pages I can read within a single cup of coffee. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do that video over on my TikTok, which you guys should follow, Maxine's Library. But yeah. Now we are going to continue reading while we wait for the crab cakes because I'm so excited for those. These are like my favorite crab cakes ever. So you guys, the food is here. Also, on a little side note, now that we're on this little solo date, I just want to say that these coffees used to be so much bigger before. Or maybe the cup was just different, but I could have sworn it was a lot bigger before. Yay! I'm so happy. Can I just say, I love solo dates like this, especially when I have my book with me, because sometimes it gets so scary just being alone, or sometimes I get this like, I don't know how to explain it, but as someone who's like very introverted and very shy, I get like so nervous whenever I'm in public. So whenever I bring a book with me, I feel so much more comfortable because at least it shows that I'm doing something. I don't know, for me, I feel like having a book with me, especially when I am going on solo dates like this, really does help me in the long run in gaining my confidence because in my head, I'm thinking to myself, you are technically not alone because how many characters are in this book with you while you are eating? So technically, you're not alone, so there's nothing to be afraid of. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but in my head, the logic is logicking. You guys, we are in a new spot right now and I love it so much because we are by like the window here, so the lighting is even better. So I am almost done with my food and right now I am like 30 pages into my book and I'm so happy about it because you guys, they're just so cute. But right now we're at like this little awkward moment because of course they did just kiss, so I definitely understand where they're coming from. So yeah, we're just going to keep eating and reading and seeing how far we can get with this book because you guys, you want to know something? I told myself that I will keep taking myself on solo dates as long as this book is not finished. And the thing is, solo dates are expensive. And you know what? I do know that this is self-imposed, but I like committing to this. So let's hope that I can finish this book by today's solo date, because imagine I would have to spend like another, how much on another solo date just to finish this book? Like, this book is amazing. But oh my gosh, in this economy, more solo dates? You guys, I just got on page 199. That's crazy! Like, Jackson? I swear, with every book I read, I just fall more and more in love with blonde men. All thanks to books. Okay, you guys, I officially finished my cup of coffee and I am currently more than halfway done with this book. As you guys can see, I love Delilah so much. I love how energetic she is, how much she's like a bubble of like so much energy and enthusiasm, and I just love how whimsy she is too. Like, that is so amazing. I love when women characters are so whimsy in books. Like, yeah, don't let fiction ruin your whimsy. But yeah, I love them so much. Let's see where we're going to read next, because I finished all my food and of course my coffee. We're gonna get the bill and head somewhere else. You guys, I keep doing this to myself. We are now currently at a new location for our little solo date. However, I passed by my condo earlier and I still forgot to bring tabs. I'm telling you guys, if I just stuck with dog earring pages, this would not be a problem. So now if you see like in the book, there's like a huge chunk without any like bookmarks or tabs. It's because I forgot, but there were so many moments that I wanted to like tab and like revisit for later, but now I can't because I forgot. I forgot my little tabs and bookmarks, but I remembered to bring a snack. Now we continue reading because I really want to finish this book so that I don't have to spend for another solo date. You guys, as you can see, it's kind of dark outside, but I am on page 314 and Jackson is so gentle with her. Like, I'm so obsessed with him. Like, I would have thought that he would be bad at communicating. Well, he was kind of meh at communicating in the beginning, but right now he's like so... Like, if you are a words of affirmation girly, you might just love Jackson. Like, I swear. Anyways. And he's kind of like, what's that called? Like acts of service kind of guy too. Like, oh my gosh. If those are your love languages, I swear, you are going to adore Jackson. And you guys should really read this because it's so cute. Oh, how I wish I have a bookmark right now, or like my little tabs, because something adorable just happened. Spoiler alert. I feel like that's too late to say in this vlog, but spoiler alert. So they're at the hospital, right? And Jackson is waiting for Delilah. Oh, so sweet. And he's like asleep on the chair, and she's trying to wake him before she's leaving, right? And then when she tried to wake him up, he jolted and he was like, I'm not leave. Oh, hey Delilah. That's so cute and so precious. Like, oh my gosh, I love this man. Like, oh, fictional books, you are making me fall in love with blonde men, one book at a time. So we are currently like this much done with the book. We have like a fourth left, and right now at this stage of the book, we are just trying to figure out, I like how I say we as if I am part of this couple, this fictional couple. I am now in the part of the book where Jackson and Delilah are kind of trying to figure out how to operate their relationship now that they're away from their like little snow trip, broadcasting work situation trip. Is that how you explain it? But anyways, they are now back at the station, their normal station in Baltimore, and they're currently just trying to figure out how to go around, like, you know, the idea of them, if they're official or not, or even just like hanging out in general. They are both back in their lives, they both have responsibilities, so they are just trying to balance it out and try to figure a way around those responsibilities to make time for one another and things like that. And I find that so realistic and so cute because admittedly Jackson is trying. Like, that is one thing that I will give to him and give him credit for. He is trying his very best to see Delilah, to compromise and meet her where she is. He is extending, like, the lunch, the way that his sisters actually have, like, a 15-step plan to get him a girlfriend and he followed it with lunch. Like, that is so adorable. I am so happy for him. Like, you see the effort that he is putting, and I really appreciate him for that. And you can really tell that this relationship is such a mature adult relationship because they have busy lives, they're trying to make time for each other, and I really like that about BK Borison's books, because sometimes fiction becomes too fictional, and I know that that's not a bad thing, definitely, but what I like about this book is that there is still a lot of semblances to reality and real life dynamics, work, and those types of situations. So yeah, I really like this a lot. Now I'll stop yapping because I'm really, really hungry. And when we get back upstairs, we are going to finish this book and we're going to have a little discussion about it too. You guys, we are done with the book! I am so. Well, here's my thing right now. I feel so bittersweet because Jackson and Delilah were so adorable. For me, I found it so healthy because they were really trying to communicate with one another. They really tried to make time for one another, and it was like literally an adult, mature relationship. Like, don't get me wrong, you can really tell that each of them had their own insecurities, or each of them had their own responsibilities they had to take care of and to prioritize. And what I really, really love is that they let each other handle their own responsibilities, helped each other with the responsibilities that their partner had. But not only that, despite the insecurities that the characters might have had, they were really trying their best to like work their way through it and to like really make the other person secure. And it was just so cute! Anyways, let's talk more about this book. I mean, I know I was already talking about it because that's how good it was. A little brief synopsis about And Now Back to You. Jackson Clark is a meteorologist on radio, whereas Delilah Stewart is a meteorologist more on the television side. And where the rivalry really begins is honestly over a parking spot. I swear, this is like another book where a parking spot causes an entire rivalry. As someone who does not drive, I don't understand why a parking spot would cause a rivalry just yet. But you know what? I can see how it could be annoying. Delilah is more of a whimsy character. She is more of a free spirit, whereas Jackson Clark is more serious and he's more strict on a routine and things like that. Just based on their personality traits alone, they are really opposites. And that is where the quote-unquote disaster begins, because it's not just parking spots that are stolen or parking spots that are incorrectly parked into. There are post-it note battles, and sometimes there are even coffee spill disasters. But here's the catch. They are now partnered together because both of their... what's it called? Like, when the radio station and the TV station just wants to collab. Yeah, basically that. They both need to partner together to report on a snowstorm, and they just kind of have to figure out how to work together. But they start catching feelings! And you know what, you guys? There also might be a one-bed trope too. So as the snowstorm progresses, their relationship is building. However, is it just for this one partnership, one short-term trip that they have feelings for each other, and then when they go back to their normal life, will it just fizzle out and things will go back to normal? We don't know, and that is basically what we're trying to figure out as we progress along the book. And yeah, there were a lot of cute moments in this book, and I highly recommend that you guys give it a read, because this is such a joy to read. Like, as you guys can see, these are so many cute moments that I just personally love throughout the book. And I hope that you guys will like it too. And you guys should really just read it so that we have something to talk about together. But yeah, now that the synopsis is kind of out of the way, I love how I had like comments and then synopsis and then now back to comments. As you can tell, I just love this book so much. I just genuinely think that this was such a refreshing read. Something I really like about this book is that you can really tell that this was a mature relationship blooming. Like, you guys, there was no third act breakup. And I love that because I don't know why. I've been noticing a lot lately that there's a lot of third act breakups happening. However, I really liked how the story progressed without a third act breakup. Like, I was still on the edge of my seat wondering if they were going to end up together, if they were not going to end up together, if things were actually going to work out between the two of them or not. And you know what? I can actually believe that things really would work out between the two of them. Another thing I really love Delilah's character, because not only is she like whimsy, she's kind of clumsy, and she's just so unapologetically herself. herself. I love how, you know, as a woman, people try to fit women with those types of personalities into a cookie cutter mold. They try to just chalk it up to them being, oh, they're whimsy, they're ditzy, so they have to fit into this certain perception that people have of them. However, she is just trying her best to prove herself that she is more than that, that she is capable, and I love how she has that determination within herself. And you can really tell that throughout the story, she is really trying to persevere and prove herself that, you know what, she can be a meteorologist, she can do a good job at her job, and you know what, no, she can do an amazing job at her job. And you can see how her boss was just really insecure with that. So he was just trying to like dim her sparkle, but you know what? No. She persevered and was like, I am going to sparkle. And I really, really love that about her character because I just love women who persevere and who are just so unapologetically themselves. And for me, Delilah had this strength to her that wasn't really shown physically. However, it was shown through her own personality and through her own emotions too. So I just love that so much, and it was just so well written for me. Not only that too, I really like how honestly there were no petty arguments in this entire book. I loved how Jackson was really just trying to communicate with Delilah. I love how Delilah was also there for Jackson when she was going through something. Like, you guys can tell how this is a mature relationship, and honestly for me this sets the standard. Not only that, I really like how it also includes the realistic aspects of what relationships would need to go through. Like, for example, trying to see each other when you have a busy schedule at work, or you know, when you have your own responsibilities to your own family. How do you weave in a relationship with those responsibilities? I like how even if this book is fiction, it felt so real. I just love when fiction includes realistic aspects to it, because when I put the book down, I am still thinking of Jackson and Delilah and how they're moving on with their life, because it was just such a good book, you guys. I just need more people to read this book, because if you liked First Time Caller, you will definitely like this too. I mean, the pacing, the relationship build up, the characters, just oh my gosh, even the chemistry with the characters with one another, not just Jackson and Delilah, but when you have like all of the characters, like all of the ensemble together, everybody has chemistry with one another. And that's what I just love about B.K. Borison's writing, because no character is left behind. Like, everybody has their own duties, everyone has chemistry with one another, and everyone just works with one another. Like, it's just so good. And yeah, honestly, I'm just so happy that I chose this book for my solo dates for the week. And yeah, if you guys have any other books to recommend for me for solo dates, I would really appreciate it. As you guys can see to my left, I kind of have a lot of books that I have not read yet, and yet here I am still trying to search for more books to buy. But yeah, have you guys read And Now Back to You? If you haven't, I highly recommend that you guys do. And yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me on my reading vlog / solo dates, where I just basically read And Now Back to You. Remember to smile today. Bye!